Hello, welcome to the Honeybee Hotline. Here I discuss all things honeybee related, from the sweet golden honey itself to candle making, beekeeping, European varieties, and even killer bees. Who am I? I'm the New Mexico bee lady, Christina Mann. I've been a beekeeper for 26 years, and I'm going to tell it like it is, because the truth is that honeybees are a venomous insect and they are not native to the Americas. Further, the Africanized honeybee was an experiment gone wrong in 1956, and it gave us the curse rightly known as killer bees. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Hello there, I'm the New Mexico bee lady, and I have my guest here,
Sally Sifuentes. Thank you for inviting me, Christina, to your Bee Hotline podcast.
Yeah, this is number one on the Honeybee Hotline here in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and it's sorely needed. We have a lot of bee colonies in this city, in this county, and we got some real hotshot beekeepers.
Yeah, you were saying that somebody called you the other day to take care of some bees, that they had unwanted bees. So what happened? Could you tell us that story?
Oh, I'm working on them. It's a colony. It's inside the stucco wall, and I need to go back. I'm going tomorrow. It's actually Johnny's brother-in-law.
Oh, wow. Wow. So are those friendly bees, or are they the African bees?
They're pretty testy, and I have yet to check into them further. So
now, you did say that they're like stuck in the stucco. What type of dwellings do bees usually like to make a hive in?
Oh, any kind of protected structure. I mean, typically they find hollow trees and living trees especially, and they don't modify the cavity too much. But Africanized bees can be right out there in the open because they're so aggressive. They're not going to let anything near their beehive. There's the one that's when you see the typical football-shaped honeycomb structure up in the trees. Yeah, you don't want to mess with those.
No, I wouldn't.
Africanized bees also tend to love the underground, and European bees not so much. You won't find honeybees in an attic typically, because it exceeds their temperature range.
Okay.
They have a very limited temperature which they're comfortable within. The brood itself has to remain right around 92 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So that's a good question,
yeah,
Sally.
it is. Now, during this time, what do the bees eat during the spring or during the fall? What do they typically eat?
Well, the winter bees lived on their stored honey within the hive or the colony. And coming out of winter, there was pollen in the pine trees, there's pollen in the acacias, there's starting to be pollen in the, drawing a blank.
In the flowers and fruit buds?
What's our prickly...
Oh, the prickly pear, the cactus leaf?
No. Mesquite.
The ocotillo, the yucca plants.
Mesquite.
The mesquite.
Yeah, it's a non-native. Did you realize that?
Yeah, I had heard that it is. That
yeah, it was.
And we have a lot of it.
Oh,
in
it's
New Mexico.
Everywhere.
Yes, it is.
It was brought up with the Chisholm Trail with cattle, livestock.
Yeah, and those spines on the.
Yeah, they're nasty.
They can give you a flat tire.
They can. Agreed. But they do provide a lot of pollen, and they're coming out now. A lot of these street trees are male mulberries, and there's a ton of pollen on them right now. So that's my topic for today. People are dealing with allergies.
Yes, they are very much so right around this time.
Right. And all the local beekeepers in Carlsbad are out of honey, unfortunately. So there was a thread on this on Facebook, someone asking for local honey. And I talked to Sam, the honey man, this morning. He's got honey from Dennis, the bee man in Hobbs.
Okay.
And it's similar. I mean, the pollens in Hobbs it's still the Chihuahuan Desert.
Yes.
And Dennis is a good guy. He also provides honey for Health Choices, the health food store right across from Albertsons. But Sam French sells the same honey for $23 a quart.
Wow. It's expensive and it tastes so good. So what is the process that bees do to make honey?
Oh, that's a good question. They gather pollen and they make bee bread in their honeycomb with it. But they need nectar to make honey. And they will ingest the nectar, bring it into their stomach, and then regurgitate it into the mouth of another bee. And this will go on 3 or 4 times until they produce the honey. They'll pack it in honeycomb. And then when it's fanned sufficiently by their wings to be have the correct moisture content, they'll cap it with very thin cap of wax. So it is a live product. It does have the enzymes from their stomachs. And the pollens which they consume that go into it are part of the local honey. And if people are looking for honey for allergies, that's why they're searching for raw local honey.
Yeah.
Now, you cannot buy raw local honey in a grocery store. All honey in grocery stores must be pasteurized, just like milk products.
Oh, interesting.
And I've seen honey labeled raw honey in Albertsons.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a lie. That's because there have been a few deaths of children under 1 year because of the active enzymes in the bacteria, then it can lead to an infection and death. So long ago, all honey in grocery stores is pasteurized.
Now, there's a lot of uses even for the wax in the comb. I know that there's people that make cosmetics, and it's natural.
I made lip balm.
Oh.
For the
so you make that too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
And, of course, I make candles, but it takes a lot of honeycomb to melt down and get enough wax, and you got to melt it down at a low temperature so that you don't burn it and change it. I tell you, a soy candle doesn't burn half as well as real beeswax candle.
Wow. And it smells so good too.
Oh yeah, it smells like honey.
That's pretty cool. So, in the average size of a hive, what's the average litter that the queen has?
The queen, in the height of her laying season, which we're just starting to get into right now, She can lay up to 1,200 eggs a day.
Wow, that's a lot of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs. And then the nurse bees will take that and they'll lovingly tend all the little larvae in the honeycomb.
Yeah.
And they'll raise it, and then it'll hatch out, and that larva, when it first hatches, becomes a nurse bee itself.
Mm-hmm.
The nurse bee moves on to the next job, where it becomes a wax maker.
Yeah.
And only during that stage in their life cycle can they produce wax. It flakes off their abdomen. It's very cool.
Wow.
And they take those microscopic flakes and shape it into hexagonal comb. It's always hexagonal.
Interesting. Have you seen that under a microscope?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a dissecting scope, but I have checked it out.
Wow, that is neat.
By photographing it and enlarging it many times.
Wow, that would make a good science project for some
students. Of these high school.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
You betcha.
So how does the queen find love, or does the drone find her?
No. There's one queen in a colony. Occasionally, with really massive overgrown colonies, you can find two queens, but generally they fight to the death. So the queen, when they're getting ready to swarm, in the next few weeks here, people, the old queen will, the workers will start to chase her around, and they'll ease off of her food, and they'll get her in shape to fly, because she's easily the largest bee in the hive. And when she's at her full egg-laying capacity, you know, she's a big fat mama.
Oh, my goodness.
So they exercise her, and they get her ready to move out. And she'll lay special queen cells, which will be down on the bottom of the frames. And they'll start feeding those royal jelly. They're hanging upside down, specially picked larvae being fed special food. And then on a pheromonal cue, all of a sudden your whole colony, up to 2/3 of it, they all just fly out. And now scout bees have been checking out new locations for the following week to 10 days.
Okay.
But on cue, you'll hear them, and it's a hum, and they're leaving.
Wow.
There's nothing you can do at that point to stop them.
Just let them fly.
Well, I'm more prone to catch them. I want to catch them. I've got my butterfly net. I've got
Oh, you're brave.
QMP. Well, if they're good bees,
Yeah.
they're least likely to sting at that point in their life cycle of any point. Now, last year I lost a queen. I tried to hive her once, I tried to hive her twice, and she still took off on Easter Sunday. Stupid queen. So I put it on Facebook, and a local fella came and said, well, I think I've got your queen. I said, well, can you see if she's marked yellow? And no, it's just this massive colony. And I went over, and he's like a quarter mile as the crow flies from me.
Yeah.
And I just put on my bee jacket without belting up or anything, and I put my box below the branch they were on, and put my net underneath it, and I slapped the branch, and they were not European bees. They were not my bees. They were flying up my suit. They were stinging me
No,
everywhere.
no. They were African bees.
They were Africanized bees, and turns out another beekeeper had sold him the colony, which he shouldn't have. And it kind of ruined that family's barbecue, and I went home and took some Benadryl,
Right.
and yeah, that was a bad situation.
Now, when the queen lays her eggs, and what's the typical ratio of female to male bees?
That's a good question. Drones are only for mating. They're only in the spring. In the fall, well, a lot of Africanized bees will swarm in the fall too, unfortunately. Some good European bees will swarm in the fall. But the drones are going to be out of the hive in a drone congregation in the air looking for a virgin queen. Now, the old queen left the hive with the swarm, right?
Yeah.
And hatching out in the queen cells in the bottom of the frame are these beautiful new queens. And the first
Wow.
queen that hatches out goes and stings all the other queen cells to death.
Oh my gosh,
There
that's
can
vicious.
be only one.
Yeah.
If two hatch out at the same time, they'll battle till one of them's dead, and sometimes both of them will die. And it's a risky business.
Yeah.
But now, the new queen does not have the same pheromones that the old queen has. I mean, her pheromones direct all the workings of the hive. But she's also a slave to the workers. They literally put the food in her mouth for her whole lifetime. They clean her, they groom her.
Wow. She's well cared for.
Yeah. So the virgin queen, the first couple of days after it hatches, it takes its mating flight. And it finds a drone congregation up to a quarter mile in the air. I mean, a couple thousand feet is not unheard of. And there'll be drones up there, and she'll mate with any and all she can, up to a dozen of them. And that's her one mating for all her life.
Wow.
Now, the drone that gets to mate copulates with the queen, and then he does a backflip off of her, leaving her penis inside of her, and falls dead to the earth.
Wow.
So the ones that don't get to mate,
They're just left out.
yeah, they're out in the cold, they're left to die. Some of them do find a place in the outer portion of the hive during summer, and they will fan the colony. But for the most part, when you see winter coming on, there's dead drones on the landing board. They're being kicked out in the cold.
Wow.
And I have a saying, the Africanization, the genes only goes one way. The gene flow only goes one way because those good drones cannot compete with the Africanized drones. They fly faster and stronger, and there's just,
They're just more overpowering.
yeah. So if you're keeping an Africanized colony, you got to kill that sucker. I think we're out of time. I hope I've answered some of your questions.
Well, I just have one last question for you, Christina. So what was that initial point where you became so fascinated with bees? Because they really are fascinating insects.
They truly are, and I just can't describe the power of opening that bee colony and pulling up a frame barehanded and looking at them and seeing your queen that you lovingly bred and tended.
Right.
And then when you've got a honey super and the whole thing is capped with honey, it's an amazing feeling.
Well, I would agree with you.
You know,
It's an amazing taste to eat honey.
It is, and it's healthy.
It is.
There's a Bible verse, Proverbs 24:13. Solomon is talking to his son here, and he says, "My son, Eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to thy taste.
Amen.
So if you're looking for honey right now, Sam French is selling honey.
Okay.
He's right here in town. And the bee man of Hobbs, his honey's good honey, and he doesn't keep Africanized bee.
Thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you.